Well, somebody's hungry. They want some goulash. I feel like Mr. Rogers here on the farm. Could totally make this out of a video if I wanted to. But I think I need to get something here first. Be much easier to hold it up if I can find it. And it's nowhere to be found. Oh, it's in my bag. Oh well. The office, where I make videos. It's not perfect. It's not supposed to be perfect. So I'm gonna go pick some tomatoes out of the tomato batch. Small red tomatoes. She wanted chili, but I don't have kidney beans. I cook all the time. I really should start a cooking channel, but that just doesn't, I cook all the time. And I know I got recipes that no one has and different ideas with cooking that I should be doing, but I'm not doing it. Simply because I don't want to be in the kitchen all day long cleaning that stuff up. Where you girls going? No. Anyway, so and I'm not passionate about cooking. I've been cooking since I was 8 years old. I don't enjoy it. It's just sometimes when I come up with an idea, I'm like, oh, I can make that. And I have people that can eat it. And so I'm like, was it good? And like, yeah, it's great. So that's why I get excited sometimes about cooking. But to be stressed and cook all the time, it's not what I want to do. Not my thing. But I'm giving you this example. I'm giving you time to think. Just walking out here to this greenhouse, which is growing leaves in because somebody didn't take care of it like they're supposed to. It wasn't me. It was her, actually. I used to grow other stuff in there. And that's another story for another time. But anyway, it's going to be hot in here. Hopefully, oh yeah, there's tomatoes here. What we're going to do, I just need a few tomatoes. As you can see, just a few for her to put inside of her goulash. I have garlic. I have everything else I need. I should have be watering this stuff out here since I'm out here. But this is the great thing about YouTube and being older, because there's some things on here. There's a lot of ways you can teach people how to do stuff. And with me being on a farm, I have other stuff we're doing. We got a campsite back there. Y'all have not even seen those videos. A campsite, and I've got there's cattle over there. Right now we have soybeans in the field and just simple stuff, you know. And we're supposed to have spinach growing, but she left for Nova Scotia for a week and told me to water plants. And I came in here and I didn't know this was supposed to be spinach all in here. I was thinking this was spinach, and come to find out, this is a pepper plant. She was mad. So we got to start over with spinach. It happens. Communication is the key, especially on the farm, because, I'm like, hey, I don't want to go out there and do this and that, blah, 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 being a little girl. Sorry, girls, but you know what I mean. I was like, I don't want to do that. Take too much time, because I had other things I was doing. Guess what that was? YouTube. That's another thing. If you're going to start YouTube, don't spend all day long doing it. Like, I remember a couple of buddies of ours when we first started doing IM, which is internet marketing, which is building a list, and each week you have to find a product for them to buy, and you either come up with a product or you create one and teach them how the ways that you made money that previous month or whatever. It's a pretty solid way to make money. I'm not going to lie. It's great. But you get burnt out sometimes. And a lot of creators, they get burnt out really bad. And so I tell people who are trying to do YouTube now is you need to really be passionate about what you're doing. That goes back to what I'm saying about cooking. Like, I'm not passionate about cooking, but I will cook because I had to cook for my sisters when I was younger to survive. And it's because my mom was working, you know, and she was busy. And my first meal was hamburger helper. Good old hamburger helper. I don't think I would ever touch that again. But I can't make it myself now. Like, what I'm about to make is almost like a hamburger helper, be honest with you, if you think about it. But, you know, having the ability to cook something is great. I'm going to give some of these to the chickens because they love tomatoes. But what's my point of this video, Lemmy? What's the point, Lemmy? What you trying to say? I'm just being honest with you guys. You will be burnt out. And I'm saying this with all honesty. You will be burnt out if you don't have a subject that you can talk about all day long. All day long. You wake up, that's the first thing you're ready to talk about. That's the last thing you're talking about before you go to bed. You got to have a subject that you're able to talk about all day long and not care or not have a care in the world. Like, that is your subject. Okay? This is where people mess up. There's the tomatoes, by the way. That should be enough for her goulash. This is where people messed up with their YouTube. They don't have a good enough subject or a niche. Most people say niche. I grew up saying niche. To stay interested in. And so you've got to find something that it's fun. Like what I do on my different channels, I like doing it. It's fun. You know what I mean? I can see myself doing that for the next 10 years. See what I'm saying? Find something that you like talking about or that you have experience with, and you can do whatever. You don't necessarily have to do YouTube by yourself. If you have that buddy that y'all talked about, women or men, all your life, excuse me as I turn around here, and you know that the content that you guys have talked about and no one is actually paying attention, and you had a solution, get on the podcast. If you're in the same town, get on the podcast and get it going. My wife and one of her good friends encouraged them to write a book about their experience in a retail store. They were at a high-end retail store, and guess what? They sold about 500 books or something like that. That's pretty good. You know what I mean? That's pretty good for just two regular girls who've never written a book in their life, well educated, was able to write a book about the retail world no one knows about. There's a ton of drama but inside of the retail world that most people don't get. I hear about it a lot. I used to hear about it a lot when she used to work in it. And it was kind of funny. I don't want to get that egg. It's got a lot of, sorry guys. Oh, that's a fake egg anyway. It's kind of funny because most people don't realize with their experiences they can write books, make money from it. And I've said this before in many videos. And you just got to push play. Just push play. So, with that being said, I want to end this video because it's almost 10 minutes. And I got eggs and tomatoes. Maybe this should be the thumbnail. Let's do this for the thumbnail. Yeah, I got that from the Hodge twins. All right. Just push play. You know, get with a friend. If you're shy to be on camera, get with a friend and just let them walk you through what you want to do as far as your YouTube content. It could be anything. If you believe in God, talk about God. Talk about scriptures. Start a Bible study online. If you're good with your money, start talking about finances. I mean, there's a lot of people who are on YouTube that simply copies everyone's stuff and don't know anything about finances or whatever. They just regurgitate the same stuff over and over again. And believe it or not, they're making money. And before you know it, they actually got a following. That's how the algorithm works. So, do that. And I gotta go make this goulash now, okay? So with that being said, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to call. Well, holler at me. I'll be here for you. All right? Have a great day. Yeah, I'm going. Bye. Go.